Your
Welcome,
intro sucks.
welcome to Nerd Geek Life. I am your host Chris, joined by my friend of many years. He's a wonderful character, and I'm always very happy when he's on these streams. It's Owen.
Is patronisation class as an insult?
No, it doesn't. No, it bloody well doesn't. So, anyway, as regular viewers might know, I have a habit of insulting Owen. It's I don't want to say I do it very often, but
He
I
would be
do
lying.
yeah, I do it rigorously. Um, in the last stream, one of our viewers actually challenged me not to insult Owen for this stream. And normally my intro to the stream is already an insult to Owen. So I refrain from that. I'm quite proud. But yeah, I'm gonna try and make it through this without insulting Owen, without talking about my sex life with his mother, and without talking about my sex life with his girlfriend. Other than that, if you are easily offended, get the fuck out, because this is a filthy place to be in. There we go.
I've been in filthier.
So have I. Do you know how much I'm biting my tongue right now?
Yeah. Yes, I do. I've got to keep setting these up the entire stream.
Yeah, I knew you would. But still, I love you, Owen. Let's start.
I can already hear the sound of breaking spirits coming from the other end of this little call.
I feel like puking. I'm getting really sick from insulting people.
Oh, you're already smoking?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, come on, we barely started.
I know. I think there's a little guy here that we might have missed the last time. Or... oh no, guess we got it. Alright, no worries. Gonna be super helpful. Alright, that was an actual cough, that was not just me being facetious.
Highlighting the sarcasm.
It's not sarcasm, I really am gonna be helpful. Have faith.
I don't think I like this string. Feels
weird, right?
somehow.
I didn't expect that now, did you? It's still an insult if I just point out character flaws.
Nope.
Alright, you suck at gaming.
Yes.
I heard no first, so that counts. Oh no, what did I do now?
Oh, how to respond to that?
I know what I did last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I had a wonderful night's rest.
I can't concentrate. It's not right.
I felt that was just awesome. I mean, seriously. Oops. No, now that I'm not insulting you, I don't really have anything to say.
Yeah, that's it. Stream's over. Nothing to talk about.
Yeah, basically. Oh, and tell the people why we're doing the stream early.
Because you knew you'd have to do this challenge. So you want to finish early.
Well, that is not entirely true.
Not entirely wrong, either.
I didn't even, I mean... Oh, ow, that hurts. Oh, thank you for the rescue, Owen. That is very kind of you.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, we're just done talking now, aren't we?
Yeah.
I mean... So, no, the reason we're doing this stream early tonight is, well, basically I forgot that the launch event for, well, one of the launch events for PlayStation is happening tonight. It happens at 10, like, in my time. And I kind of want to watch it. So we're starting early and we're gonna finish early. And we hope we can make some progress along the way, become even better friends than we already are. Because, you know, as much as it is about a journey, it's also with people that you take the journey with. And I, for one, cannot think of a better person to take this journey with than Owen here.
Please, my ears are turning red.
I'm really trying. I'll give me props for that.
The real reward of this game are the friends you make along the way.
Yeah. Well, we were friends before
oh,
this game.
Destiny 2, sorry.
Wait, people are still playing Destiny?
Yeah. I mean, they're down to about a third of the numbers now, but that's everybody who thought it was shit gone, more or less.
Well, that's nice. Hey, hold on, I just don't have to insult you. I can still insult Destiny, right?
I still think shooting things in the face is therapeutic, but I would never call it a good game.
Well, yeah, nobody would. It's kinda their whole thing, isn't it? It's not really a good game, but it's not the worst either.
It's very good at what it does, it's just... It's a big box filled with not very much. It's like a bag of Doritos. What is there you really like? But let's not bullshit when we open a big old bag of Doritos and the crisps don't start until 2/3 the way down.
Yeah, plus, and let's be honest, we only eat the Doritos for the salsa. I mean, at least I do.
I like Doritos.
Well, I could take them or leave them, to be honest. I do care very strongly about the dip.
I heard this nasty rumour that Doritos have so much fat and oil in them they do burn. You can set fire to them, even start a fire with them. So I put it to the test.
Really? Now that sounds interesting. Tell me more.
It's all true. They do indeed burst into flames.
Hang on, let's drop down from the other side, because there is also an item here.
It's a really weird greasy flame as well.
Did you know, like, the cheese, like, that you get in the store for on hamburgers, like little slices individually packed?
Oh yeah, cheese squares.
Yeah. They do not burn, nor do they melt. Well, they do melt, but they melt in how rubber melts.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've noticed that because I have put them on burgers before under the grill.
Yeah, and I mean that's just weird.
You know what other food stuff burns?
I do not.
Trebor strong mints.
What the hell are Treeborn strong mints?
You might not have them in your country, but
Yeah, I don't know them.
Chris has brought shame to his ancestors since his inception, so I don't think that's going to.
Well, Owen, I must say, I found that remark quite offensive.
Shut up, you ginger puff.
I shall try to do better. To be honest, Chrome, I'm really trying. Owen is not making it easy whatsoever. Like 5 minutes in the stream, I already wanted to say something which I couldn't. But yeah, so far I am persevering in the face of immense difficulty and very strong odds against me. Hang on. Oops, shot him in the ass. Let me burn his asshole.
You know who else got shot in the ass lately?
Really? Who, Owen? Tell me more.
Your sister.
I have 4. Which ones?
All of them.
Well, it might be true because they're all married. So I'm guessing maybe one of their husbands did so. So yeah, who knows? I mean, for all I know, my sisters like anal. We're not that kind of family to explore that option. Despite, despite of what mainstream porn wants us to believe, there's not a little of sister fucking going on in the average household. At least not in Belgium.
We only have that, your word for that.
True. And who knows how good my word is anyway. I would more trust yours than anyone else's, Owen. That goes without saying, of course.
Oh Lord.
Say what you want, but I'm still doing it. You know, I do feel that like there should be a reward for this. Like if I succeed, the next stream is gonna be filthy as fuck.
Yeah, next stream I have to not insult you.
Well, you never insult me. I mean, I know it's just friendly banter from one witty intellectual to another.
This is giving me cold sweats. I think I'm finding this more uncomfortable than you are.
No, if I'm being completely honest, I feel like I am getting the more raw deal out of this entire experience than you are.
For some reason, I feel the urge to go and wash my hands.
Well, during these trying Corona times, one can never fault you for washing your hands. I feel washing your hands is right now an obligation that we definitely all could benefit from.
I wash my hands regularly anyway. At least once a month. Like clockwork. That's 12 times a year.
I must say, I admire your diligence.
Oh, you go to the sink and just wash your hands over and over and over again 12 times, and you realise that's a lot of times.
This is true. This has got to be one of the most boring streams we've ever done.
I'm in a permanent state of cringe and I can't focus on my gameplay.
Oh, lordy. Owen, I must say, you're already laughing. I haven't even said anything. I just wanted to say it was quite a surprise to me to see you fall into that water. I definitely did not expect you to make a tumble like that. You're usually so sure-footed. And yeah, I really regret that happening to you. I feel like it was partially my fault because I didn't warn you about the big hole that it was quite obvious in front of you.
I'm crying.
Why though?
Oh dear.
I mean... Einstein has nothing on my big brains. He most certainly does not. And let's be honest here, neither does Owen. He really is quite a friendly behavior killed this guy. And his name is not dead yet. Huh. Ironic.
Lies.
Yes, quite ironic. One can definitely appreciate the irony in these kind of situations. There we go. That went well.
Well, you are very good. You are very good at mimicking things. You spend your entire career mimicking being good at games when in fact we've all seen your no death streams.
Well, I regret you feel that way, Owen. But I will endeavor to be better.
How did you ever get platinum on any of these things anyway? How?
A
You
lot of
died on the
summons.
same basic enemy type like 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I usually don't kill him.
I think he only guards something really stupid like 5 jabby syringy things.
Yeah, I think he does too. Well, I don't even think he guards blood vials. I think it's something like oil urn or something. But hey, I'm gonna try again. Like, I don't know when, but I'm definitely gonna try again. Because I do feel like it's perfectly doable. Alright, please make up your mind. Either go up the stairs or get out.
I'm so indecisive.
Alright, up the stairs it is. So, anyway, later tonight, the kind of reveal of PlayStation, I guess. Not the real reveal, but oh, I knocked him down.
Well done.
Yes, but I do mean down. He fell into the hole.
That's my job.
Now, Owen, I will not stand for you belittling yourself. But, so...
There's gonna be a lot of these awkward silences, isn't there?
Alright, let's go... Wait, or... Oh, hello. I did not spot you. Thank God Owen was here. Oh, fuck. Burn, baby, burn.
Ringo Inferno.
Because was this not some kind of short... Oh no, we went the wrong way for the shortcut. I do apologize, it is completely on me.
I don't like this.
Do you want me to stop?
Yes.
Will you admit that my insulting everything that you are and that you hold here is in fact quite amusing?
No.
Then
No,
I
this
will.
is just downright horrible.
Then I will not stop. Ow! Something hit me. Thank you, do watch out, Owen. I know how much you hate these.
Ah, you've got it.
I do not know for sure.
Of course you have. You've platinumed all the Souls games and Bloodborne. All on your own. You totally didn't pay a 13-year-old Korean girl to do it for you.
Well, I'm not sure if she was Korean. So, yeah.
How big was her dick? You can usually tell.
Well, it wasn't the biggest I've ever seen. That obviously goes to you, Owen. But,
Clear.
but it wasn't the smallest either.
I mean, who else's dick do you regularly see? That's what I want to know.
Chrome's. Nobody expected that.
Definitely neither me nor Crow.
Well, I have to have a target for my sexual innuendos, and seeing how currently I cannot use Owen's mother, Owen's girlfriend, or Owen himself, I do feel like Chrome is the other.
Dog.
True. So yeah, I mean, I guess it was Chrome's turn now. Besides, Chrome is Irish. He's used to getting bullied by anything that speaks English.
Oh dear, oh dear. So this is your out, is it? This is the way you contain yourself?
Yeah, I know. No, I'll try not to insult anyone. except for Muslims, Jews, Christians, black people, and well, if you're any race, you're not safe from me. I won't go personal. Have we been here already? I do believe so. Yes, we have. I do believe something is shooting at us. Now let me shoot at something.
This stream has no soul.
That's what you get from playing with a ginger. What? Oh goddamn, my out is insulting myself now, is it?
Yes. Sick self-burn, bro.
Wait, thank you. Oh, there's a box in here. And there's also a very big hole, so please watch out, Owen. I don't want to see you get hurt.
It's true what they say about sarcasm, isn't it?
That is the most sincere form of flattery. No, wait, that's
That's imitation.
Ah, right. Oh, Owen! My lord! I hope that didn't put you back too much with health.
Should have given you a handicap and said no sarcasm as well.
It wasn't sarcasm. I was really trying to be polite. I mean, my politeness just comes off as sarcasm, apparently.
Can we finally agree that Chris does not know how to do polite? Just genuinely doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah, apparently it comes out as sarcasm. It wasn't my intention. Oh, we have got our separate ways. Okay. Such a shame.
I don't like how he's holding out on us. When I had to fight him before, he kicked me ass about, I don't know, 4 times, 5 times before I finally brought him down.
This is true. I feel like it goes for all the NPC guys. I feel like they're very that they're great fighters, just as long as you don't have them on your side. Oh, do apologize, I seem to have pulled more.
It's like, that'll be the only thing you ever pull, isn't that right?
Well, I do pull other stuff, but I was told not to say any of that today. Alright, do implied insults count? Hang on, Owen, I'm summoning something. Whoa.
It isn't your dignity, is it?
I have none to speak of.
Not anymore, not after this stream.
Bye bye now. Look, I killed something. Okay. Let's... Oh, no, wait, we can't go this way in order to drop the water levels. We have to go here. Oh, you shot him. Well done, you. What? Owen, what did you do? Wait, where are you?
I don't like this. I've said that before.
Well, all you have to do is say that you enjoy me insulting you, and it will all go away. Yes, definitely Chrome. Right now, if that's the outcome of this, I regret nothing.
I'm regretting quite a lot right now.
Well, I do hope you do not regret meeting me.
Of course not. Why would I ever regret such a monumental, influential moment in my life?
Why, thank you. I do feel the same way. Everything just went quiet again.
Cricket.
Yes.
So, on console-related news, since the PS5 reveal is tonight, have you seen the new shiny new consoles from Sega?
I have not.
Oh, you're in for a treat. A teeny weeny itty bitty little treat.
Okay. Why?
Well, they decided to do for their 60th anniversary thing,
Yeah.
4 separate handheld consoles. Each one has several games on them.
Okay, so far so good.
There's 4 of the consoles in total.
Mm-hmm.
The consoles have a screen of 1.1 inches. That's about...
You know, I know.
30 centimeters ish.
1.1 inch is not 30 centimeters, it's 3 centimeters.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's... I'm thinking millimeters again.
Ah.
And... Yep, there's 4 of them. They cost $50 each. And because they're so small, they also have a clip-on magnifying glass called the Big Window, they call it.
Owen, there's a Kappa running away from us. Oh bloody hell, there's a Kappa running away from us. I think it's about that time.
Oh heavens, they appear to have fallen in combat.
That is not a good look on you.
What is.
Any other look, really? You can pull off anything. It's not sarcasm. Stop saying that. I do wish you would stop doing that, though.
Or ethically sourced fudge bowls, I appear to have been defeated once more.
I'm sorry, what? Ethically sourced fudge balls? Do be careful. Ethically sourced fudge balls. I like that.
Truly, there are no other curses available in such a time.
True. Oh. Hang on, Owen. There we go. Ethically sourced. I'm sorry, I'm having a very hard time with this. Oh, why, hello. You're a big lad. Alright, what do we get? Oh my. Dropped a lot of shit for me. I don't know if it does the same for you.
Got a guardian amulet and a lantern plant fruit.
Oh yeah, it dropped a lot more for me. Let's... Oh, you're back. I did not expect him to walk on back up here. Let's summon something. I really wanted to throw him in the water. There we go.
Splash.
Yay! 155 glory. Drop attack did not kill him. Well, that's disturbing.
310 glory I got.
Really now?
Yeah.
That's nice for you.
What can I say? I'm glorious. Everyone
Yes.
agrees.
Yes, you are. And it doesn't get said enough. Owen, you are glorious. It's not sarcasm!
We're never doing this again.
Just tell me you enjoy my insults and this will be over.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Is there any use in dropping this? I mean, it's not like... Yeah, we can use a shrine again, but... It's like we get anything out of that right now.
I'm going to go and tickle my balls in this hot spring.
Why yes, I will join you.
tickle your own balls, you weirdo.
I've become so fat that I can no longer find them. I really believe this is the case, Chrome.
Yeah. The stream is missing a little, a bit of something, a little je ne sais quoi.
Can I just say I find it amazing that you know French?
Got a joke for you, Chris. What speaks French and has a big dick?
I'm perfectly sure that's you.
Yep. Moi.
Moi. That is a wonderful joke, Owen.
Isn't it? And we'll see you using that yourself when you get back to work tomorrow.
I might. Oh, that was a mistake coming here. I do not enjoy fighting on ledges. Oh, okay, neither does he.
Suicide!
Yes, where do we go? We're here again. Okay. That means drop off here. And then let's go kill a boss. But wait, there's more. Okay. Art thou ready, Owen? I do believe that means he's ready.
Come on, little ferret.
Ow! I do not believe water does very much against him.
No.
Oh. Nope. Oh. I don't believe I do very much against him. Whoa.
Joe Agra shows some of those Soulsborne Platinum skill.
Don't mind if I do. Oh, that's a shame. There we go.
Beautiful.
Yes, I do feel you've done very well there. No, the worst thing is, like, once you said it all sounded like sarcasm when I say stuff like that, that's now all I can hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did start out being genuine. But yeah, now all I can hear is sarcasm when I say something nice.
Because we know how you really feel.
Really, can you tell me? Because half the time I don't even know how I feel. Excuse me? Like right now I know how I feel, I'm feeling gassy. But really, come on, that was a burping joke. I thought it was fine. Alright, what mission is next? The Tsunomata Yokai Hunt. That sounds like fun.
Silencio.
Yeah. I feel like I'm not connecting to our viewers the way I usually do. I just, for the life of me, cannot understand why.
If we talk even less, it'll be like a ninja stream.
No, let's not talk less. I mean, it's really against my nature to be a nice person.
Yes.
Yeah, it
Yes,
really
it
is. And then I wonder what I'm getting out of all of this. Am I gonna be a better person at the end of this? I mean, I strongly doubt it. But, you know, I'm willing to take a chance. Who knows, I might be very happy person after all of this. Hold on. Chrome, I take offense to this. I never lightly slack off anyone. If I'm slacking someone off, you damn well know it's gonna be harsh.
Yep. Hardcore slagging. The sort of slagging you haven't done since your youth.
Type of slagging you only see on Pornhub.
Who you slag?
Wait, what? What happened?
I shot a thing in the face.
Alright, good on you. So for everyone who's just tuning in, this is a stream where I try and not insult Owen, and it's very hard for me. Ow. Why do you hurt me?
The last time when you felt something this hard.
Why yes, as a matter of fact they can. Just earlier today at work I had to pile up some concrete blocks.
Seriously, that's not hard. What the hell's wrong with you?
Well, concrete is hard. I mean, I'm not saying it was hard to pile them up. I'm saying concrete is hard.
Concrete is not hard. What the hell's wrong with you?
Well, how is concrete not hard?
Comparing it to mine. And how hard I found water levels.
Yeah, this is true. Owen and water levels, they really do not mix.
Which is why they put so darn many of them in the game.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, we're going somewhere the wrong way, aren't we? Or at least I am. Owen is just following me around. He's doing nothing wrong whatsoever. You know, I'm still hearing sarcasm. I swear to God, I have fuck all to say today.
I thought you'd be full of news and reviews and stuff to do with PlayStation 5 since there are big reveals today. There's speculation. Where is the speculation? We demand it.
Well,
build the hype train ever grander.
Thing is, I don't know what to expect. I mean, we're definitely gonna see footage of The Last of Us 2. I mean, that's for sure, certain. Hey, it's for certain.
The Mom of Us 2.
The Last of Us 2.
It's Mom. Bigot.
It's ma'am? What? I'm sorry, what?
Well, everyone gets killed by a tranny, don't they?
What? Sorry, am I missing here a joke somewhere? Is there a meme
eventually.
Is there a meme I'm not familiar with just yet?
Quite a lot of them, actually, yes. Probably shouldn't say anything just on the off chance somebody hasn't had the whole thing ruined for them watches this.
Oh right, yeah. Somehow, I don't know why, since I am in this business, I actually managed to avoid spoilers for The Last of Us 2.
Well, I won't say any more then.
Well, no, I don't mind because, like, I haven't played The Last of Us 1 properly. I mean, I had it installed for a while, and I could not be arsed to play beyond the first hour and a half. It's supposed to be this great game. I don't know. I guess I just couldn't get into it.
No, it had me on the opening section where you're trying to work your way through the very sudden police lockdown and the weird shit going on around you.
Really?
Yeah.
I just did not care for it. And I made it up to, like, a house somewhere, I think. And no, it was an apartment building after you leave like the city itself. And I had to sneak by like the first clicker basically. And I tried to do that. No, but there were zombies about. And I made my awareness of my surroundings wasn't good enough for The Last of Us. I mean, I have never had trouble in any other game, but maybe The Last of Us is just different that way. And yeah, I just kept getting the clicker as well, together with like 4 zombies who just appeared out of nowhere. I mean, the whole listening mechanic just did not work for me. Like, you know, you're supposed to listen and then you can see the position of your enemies on the map. Well, not really on the map, but you know, on the screen. And it didn't click. I was listening for them, but I mean, I definitely got surprised like all the time by a lot of enemies.
No, I never had any trouble with that. I was really meticulous in the picking of them off one at a time. The only thing I couldn't deal with was the clickers, because at that stage you didn't even have a knife or anything, so...
I know you're supposed to throw something and
distract them.
Yeah. And I don't know, I tried that with, like, tried different options, but, you know, and then, like, for a semi-open world game, because that's what it basically is, it's not really open world, but you do have more options than just in a linear story. I do feel like the choices in dealing with situations like, oh, I'm paralyzed, but dealing in situations like that were actually not, oh goddammit, I'm paralyzed again, were actually not all that impactful, or that, you know, I mean, you could throw your rock somewhere else, but I feel like in that game it's a matter of you either throw your rock at this exact location or you fail. That's really the feeling I have from that. Oh, look at Tengu.
I got to a spot much later on in the game, and that was really tense, because it was very much like that opening scene set plus 10. And yeah, I mean, I got through by the skin of my teeth, on account of I happened to panic and throw a Molotov. It was the only Molotov I had into a doorway when one of the enemies was coming through it, and all of the enemies ran towards the sound of broken glass. They all knew I were there anyway. They were all coming for me, they'd have run, but they had to go through that doorway to get to me, and the door was on fire.
Well, that helps. And I was just at a point where I was like, you know what, I've played for an hour now and I've already had enough. And that's not a good way to start a game. And if I'm being completely honest, and I know how this is gonna sound, and I'm not happy about it either, but I have the same response with God of War remake. Now I've downloaded this game a couple of times. I'm always like, you know what, I'm actually gonna power through this now. I will play this game and I will finish it. But I honestly never do.
No, you really like the Valkyries, because you're keen on your boss fights and stuff as well.
Yeah, I probably will. And that's the worst part, but I just can't be arsed to get that far. I meet the little blacksmith, and I'm like, okay, you know, the dwarven blacksmith. I'm like, okay, let's do this. Let's continue on the story. And after blacksmith, and then you open that big ass menu for all the upgrades and stuff. I'm just like, what? I mean, why? And I get it. I mean, God of War, I think it had to evolve to keep going in this day and age. But I don't know, it just wasn't the God of War anymore that I was used to. And I like the old God of War.
No, for me, it had been so long since I played God of War. I were alright with the change. I knew it was gonna be different. They made it clear it was gonna be different. But to me, it was still God of War. Kratos was still Kratos. He was just older and, if possible, slightly less angry.
I don't know. Can you really say that Kratos was still Kratos?
Yeah.
It wasn't for me.
You never got far enough to see him in the situations that he'd be in later on. He is still definitely Kratos.
That might be true. But I don't know. I mean, we all know like Kratos started out as a dad, and he basically killed his whole family. And that's how we became like the God of War. Well, after events. But I just never expected Kratos to turn back again, to be like a father again, and definitely not like having a small kid run around. Now, if there was one parent around who would be like, you know what, I'm going on a dangerous adventure, but I'm not gonna take my kid with me. I mean, fate, it would be Kratos, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but because it's Kratos. Remember, he's still a Spartan. And going off both pop culture and history books, the Spartans weren't exactly gentle with their children.
Yeah, hold on, but he was Spartan, fair enough. But his wife wasn't, and from what we can gather,
his wife is also dead, so that's a
yeah,
moot point.
no, it's not, because I was just about to make the point when you interrupted me. The thing is, from what we can piece out of the story, I mean, it wasn't Kratos' first time being so blunt to Atreus. It's Atreus, isn't it?
Atreus, yeah.
Atreus, yeah. I mean, there's definitely stuff going on there that's been going on for longer than just since his wife's death. Let's not forget that his wife was a giant. I mean, you know, if there is one race in Norse mythology that is quite abrasive, let's put it mildly, it's the giants.
A lot of your problems there are answered within the game.
Yeah, she turned her back on her giant heritage and stuff like that. But, like, turning your back on your giant heritage and deciding not to be violent, that's a choice.
She didn't, though. She didn't turn her back on the giant heritage.
I mean, usually there's more after saying a statement like that.
You've not encountered quite a lot in the game, so you just have to trust me that you are missing a lot of what goes on.
I probably am. But I'm also going off of YouTube videos of people who would know.
Well, I too have played the game as much as all the YouTube videos of people that would know, and I'm telling you, everything that you've got a problem with there is answered within the game.
I don't know. Guess I was never invested enough to continue that. Must be from the other side.
Well, that's on you, that's not on the game.
It kind of is on the game, isn't it? Oh, hang on, let's clear it out here first.
It's not the game's fault that you aren't invested in it. That's just maybe a simple thing, it's not your interest, which is fine. But you shouldn't be swinging your dick around pretending that you know what you don't know.
Well, God of War has always been my interest. I've been there since the first one, and I've been there with the last one.
So
And the thing is, like, for what I've played of, I mean, it is because okay, this is actually a quite an interesting thing. Is it a game's well? Is it in the a game's duty, let's say, or objective to keep me interested in after the first hour, or can a game just say like, okay, I get better over time, and I feel that a game should hook you. Like what?
Hook you in general, or hook you personally?
Well, you can never do it in general, but
because this is really subjective right now.
Well, here's the thing. If you're fine, they said in the beginning that it's not going to be your old average God of War, and they were right, obviously. However, if you're putting out a title named God of War, and you're basically continuing the story of Kratos, there are certain... I mean, I feel like there are certain obligations there. And things like in God of War 1, we started out on that ship, and it was just an immediately hooked. I mean, it started out strong and it only got better. Now God of War 2 started out strong, God of War 3 started out strong, and I feel like God of War, the remake, has kind of dropped the ball there. For all the other Gods of War, from the very first moment I opened it, like the first... were you fighting something? Yeah.
I was.
Yeah. The first, like, opening level, it just had me hooked.
Well, that's down to the gameplay and not anything else, isn't it? If it's simply a matter of the gameplay, you don't like the gameplay because it's not what you wanted to see in a God of War film, God of War game, sorry.
Yeah.
Then that is entirely on you. There's nothing to be done with that. I think they set out to do what they wanted to do. They did it very well.
I'm not saying it's a bad game by like technical standards or anything, or basically gameplay standards.
It's not a bad game by God of War standards, neither. If you want your old Kratos back, you should have continued playing, because you get your old Blades of Chaos back later on, and then it just really is like the old God of War again at that point. Think about it from the character's perspective, Kratos' perspective. He started his life in service to Ares. Ares betrayed him, and his entire existence up to that point has just been a series of revenge and more betrayal. The only time when any being that was more than human bothered to help him was only to betray him and use him. So that's why he hates gods, and he has killed the entire Greek pantheon and the remaining Titans and the Sisters of Fate. Everything to get back at the ones that have used him. Well, the whole point of the God of War, it's not even a reboot really, it's a continuation. He clearly loved his family, if it was the only one thing that he did love in his life, besides killing other things. And that was taken away from him. He got his revenge, he left the lands that carried way too many memories for him. And he met someone else in time, someone who could actually keep up with him. Now, he didn't know she was a giant at the time, when they first met. He did know later on, so it's not like he was completely ignorant. But it was her strength for fighting that got his attention in the first place. He started another family. She passed away. Now, he's getting a bit old now, he's Kratos. He's like, you know, salt and pepper beard. He's a fucking old man. He just wants to have the life that was taken from him all those years ago. He hates being a god. He doesn't want to be a god, he just wants to be a man. And then all of a sudden, who should show up but another fucking god right on his doorstep? But he still doesn't want to live that life. He wants to leave that. He's got a son. He's already lost his wife again. He's not going to pick a fight that could cost him even more. But, as you very well know from the bit that you played, that isn't what happened. The fight came to him and wouldn't leave. Yes, a younger Kratos would have just gone straight for him with no questions asked. Probably would have killed him there and then as well. But that isn't what happened. Thing is, Kratos' fate isn't exactly the nicest thing to have, is it? So, as the game progresses, he's just drawn into the same bullshit again and again and again. Even when he meets Freya for the first time, she hides the fact that she's a god as well. So he finally learns to trust her without knowing she's a god, while he's being attacked by other gods. He's now got to deal with yet more betrayal when she finally comes clean that she's been lying to him the whole time. At the same time, he knows that his son is a demigod, and he's got to try and deal with that, because he doesn't want any of that. He's sick of them. He detests gods. And that is your story. He's back into it. He tried escaping his fate from the first few games, but fate isn't so easily escaped.
Yeah, but that's not the issue now. The thing is, fine, if you wanna go and say like, okay, it's a continuation of the story, fine, I get that, definitely. I mean, I saw the lore videos of it. I know what's going on there. However, the thing is, what they try to do with God of War, the remake, reboot, continuation, whatever you want to call it, in that first time that a god came knocking, as you put it, the thing that they wanted to see happen is that it hooked people. That was the hook. The big fight there, definitely with, oh, what's his face again?
I can't remember neither.
Was it Heimdall? No, it's not Heimdall.
No.
It's the one who can only be killed with
the
with mistletoe.
Yeah, mistletoe.
Is it Tyr? No.
No, Tyr's the one that turns out to be the friend of the giants who was he was betrayed by the other gods, I think, in this telling of the story.
Fuck. I actually got a book here with like all the Norse myths in it, but I for the life of me can. It's the fairest of the gods. The reason he can only be killed by mistletoe is because when Freya went around and asked them.
Yeah, asked all the beasts of the world to never harm her son.
Yeah, and only mistletoe said nope, I won't do that. Wow, I can't believe I forgot his name. Anyway, doesn't matter. Holy crap, that almost killed me. The thing is, like it was meant to be like this major set piece and start the game off kicking, and that's what they set out to do. I mean, the fight against that guy was definitely nothing more than setting up the story and being like, Kratos is still a badass, and now he's a badass in Norse mythology.
Pretty much. I mean, like I said, he tried to avoid that fight.
Yeah, but hang on. So, it's basically their way of the boat opening from God of War 1, where you go straight on that boat and then it gets swallowed by the Hydra, I think it was, or whatever.
Yeah, it was a Hydra, because the Kraken wasn't until later, like 2 games later, I think.
Yeah. So anyway, they tried to have that major set piece opening, but be honest, what did we get? A fluffed out QTE. I mean, you had very...
There was actual fighting involved with it, but yeah, there was a lot of QTE. Yeah, there's always been QTE in God of War, the big scenes.
Yeah, definitely. But it was never their opening gambit. And I just felt like with the opening being what it was, basically a glorified cutscene QTE affair, it lost me. Now, either give me a QTE event, give me the actual fight, or give me a cutscene. Don't try to do all 3 of them in one. And that's what basically got me out of the vibe of that God of War to begin with. I felt like the first 10 minutes, well, might have been more than 10 minutes. I mean, for the life of me, I can't say how long that fight actually took.
But like, first couple of hours of content then, because like first hour is the hunting mission with your son.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So basically, for the moment the god came knocking, and it was this big ass... Wait, was the god knocking before or after the hunting mission?
After.
Right. Well, still, like, I mean, the hunting mission, you had that ogre where you had to fight him. I mean, fair enough, that was a big thing, and I'm not ashamed to say it took me like a couple of tries in order to get that right, but like after that, the main thing basically was that fight with because I really hoped like that now that I would say it like that, it would just come out like, okay, it's that guy, but it didn't. So it was a fight with that guy, and I just felt they could have done more with it than make it a cutscene QT. I mean, I expect that kind of behavior from the Yakuza series, not from God of War.
I quite liked how they handled it myself. Yeah, there was a bit more QTE than there would normally. That said, there has always been QTE. Every single boss in God of War, every single game has had QTE sections dotted through it. You have to whittle the enemy's life down to a certain amount and then get the QTE on to do actual real damage. And if you balls it up, you had to redo the whole phase again.
Yeah, and that was fun. I mean, that part of God of War, of the God of War series, was basically rewarding you for what you did. Like, you did damage, you survived the phase. Okay, in that case, here's a little QTE where you can have a chance to do massive amount of damage. And that's basically what the whole thing was. And that was fine.
It's not a far cry from what they've done with that, though.
I don't know. I think it went more Yakuza series than it did God of War. And I mean, Yakuza series is just basically cutscene and QTE galore. Oh, I got the archer. I don't know, I just feel, like I said, I don't feel like it was an actual like it was God of War, you know, and I really wanted to be invested in the story. I really wanted to continue on. I don't know, the story the story, the gameplay, it just didn't. Oh, you suck. Just didn't draw me in like I hoped it would. And I know it's supposed to be this amazing game, and I'm pretty sure it is. It just, I don't know, it just didn't tick the boxes for me.
What improvements would you make then? Because there's very little that they've changed overall.
I know. Like I said,
There's
like
been a lot expanded on, but it's not like they got rid of anything. There's no side-scrolling action now like there was in the first few games, but that's because of the difference in technology between now and then.
I mean, why? Look at Blasphemous, still works. Look at Dead Cells. It's one of the highest rated Soulsbornes around.
Yeah, God of War was never that though, even in the original iterations.
Well, I'm not saying it needs to be a Soulborne, don't get me wrong about that. It does
It's
definitely...
not a side-scroller neither, it just has a lot of that cut-out angles. A better comparison for that sort of thing would have been Nier Automata, since they do they swap, don't they, between field view and the side-scrolling platforming sections.
Mm-hmm.
That is more along the lines of what I see the old God of War as, in the way that it played. Or at least the level design, should I say, not the way it played.
Yeah, and what's wrong with that? I mean, I get... The thing is, this is a disease that we see, like, in any game these days. Why must every game we know and love from our childhood, or even when we were growing up, need to be need to be open world all of a sudden? What's wrong with actual levels?
It's a semi-open world, it's not open world. All the paths are still quite linear, it's just a choice of which path to go on at that current moment in time. It's definitely not open.
It's a semi-open world.
And I honestly can't see how that's a criticism. They did it really well.
I don't know. It's the same reason basically why I have not played Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now I love the Legend of Zelda series, always have, but now all of a sudden, I mean, it's apparently still like one of the best games ever, but I do not care for that open world element, and it really went like full open world. Like we're talking about, you can actually go and fight the final boss the moment you spawn in. You shouldn't, obviously, but you could. And like Zelda to me has always been a massively story-driven game, and they just redid all of that in order to get, well, the Breath of the Wild, and I don't see why a game has to do that. Not God of War, and not Zelda.
As for Zelda, I think they've been aiming for open world for a very long time, to tell you the truth. Ocarina of Time was about as open as they could possibly allow it to be. Huge open fields and that. Again, it wasn't open world, it was just, that's all they could do. It was back in the days of the Nintendo 64, so they definitely made it as open as they possibly could. If they had now what if they had then what they have now, I bet they'd have gone full open world with it. But then again, there's no way to say how that would have turned out, because back in the day, that's when they were having their big rush, that's when they were at peak, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
the creative juices were truly flowing, so to speak.
Yeah.
There's just no way to know how things would have turned out if all the creativity had all the tech that we have now, instead of now just everything being rehashed and remade.
But that's the thing, like, I don't know, to me, if you do like a full remaster, fine. Like, I would love to play Ocarina of Time. Oh, I'm dead. Well, that's my first Tetris stream. I'll be damned.
Well,
I would
how's
love.
your goals? Oh, is there?
I would love to play.
You didn't die there.
I would love to play Ocarina of Time on current gen hardware with the current gen graphics and stuff like that. I would love to play that, definitely. I mean, where the hell do I sign up? But what I would not want to play is a a Ocarina of Time remake. Now, we've seen what they've done with Final Fantasy 7 remake. We've seen what they done with the Resident Evil 3, which was basically a 4-hour experience and that's it. I mean, I haven't made a video on it, but still, it's just like a game that's 4 hours long, and yeah, that's fucking it. And they charge full price for that. But you know, give me a Legend of Zelda thing, a remaster like they did with Dark Souls, where they just basically kept everything in, kept everything the same, just upgraded the graphics to the current gen. And I mean, why the need to expand everything to make it more? Yeah, just to make it more, basically. You don't have to do that. Not with games like Ocarina of Time or Final Fantasy or whatever. I mean, all of us saw all of us currently here saw my video on Final Fantasy 7 Remake, so you all know my feelings about that. And if you look at the actual footage, you can definitely say like it's not the best. I mean, the stuff they put in and everything, like the dance battle thingy. Tifa's tits were amazing, obviously, but you know, I mean, do a remaster of that. And I have not finished the game, but I couldn't avoid spoilers, and I know what is gonna happen at the end. And if you don't want spoilers, turn away now. Basically, what happens in the end is they leave Midgar with now your party of 5, and you basically they realize that all of the events that are happening to them has somehow happened before. So they kind of become like meta commentary on, hey, we know we're basically a remaster or a remake, or that we've been through this before. And my question then is, okay, fine, it's something different. Otherwise, we all know what's gonna happen. But why though? Why?
Yeah, they're going to put the fourth wall break in and make it count for something, or is it just there for to clap yourself on the back and say, "Ah, look how clever we are! We did a thing."
I do think it's going somewhere. I do think like they set it up in order to be this massive thing. Like I don't know, maybe somewhere along the line we're gonna find out that oh fuck me, that there's some form of well, vicious circle or something like that, you know, the kind of thing like the Hindu wheel of rebirth, something like that. I don't know, and then that could work, you know, that certainly they also become self-aware of that. Fine, fair. I mean, you can do a lot with that Genova stuff. With the what's the Lifeblood of the Blend again, the mana or something like that. I don't know what it's called. I barely pay attention. But yeah, you can do some amazing stuff with that, and I do think they try to set it up. However, I do think that a lot of people would have been more happy to play an actual remaster, just play the game in, with on the current gen, without all the extra fluff. What Resident Evil 7 now is just basically getting to know your party the long way around. It's oh, hang on, Owen, we're gonna run around a bit because I know there's still chests about. And that's the thing, like they fluffed out that first part so much. I mean, all of a sudden, we basically knew that Jesse had parents, but now we are breaking into their parents' house and with the dying father because he works at that plant that does something with that earth energy. We sneak around there while other people are talking with the mother and eating pizza, and you're just sitting there thinking like, why am I doing this? I mean, it's not what Final Fantasy was. It's not what Final Fantasy is supposed to be.
It's trying to make you care more about the characters, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but it's just extra fluff. It's a 40-hour game, which back in the day was, well, it was like, what did I say in the video? The first third of the first disc of 3. I mean, seriously, and you made it into a 40-hour game. That's why I hate remasters, remakes. It's just a lot of unnecessary stuff. Whereas a remaster is the original game, but more.
No, we can't really talk about remakes without bringing up Medieval, since that's one that you've played.
Medieval, yeah.
Medieval. I haven't played that one, so what was your take on it?
Hang on, I'm just saying we're not gonna do another main mission because, as I said, we will be stopping a bit earlier. Medieval, I've played a bit of, not a lot, less than I actually should be playing. But I mean, I get it why it was called the first Soulsborne. It's definitely. Yeah.
Even though it really wasn't, because I have played the original Medieval, and
the original. Now, the original Medieval, I mean, you don't have all the Soulsborne elements in there that we know and love, but you can definitely say that it wasn't the easiest game around, now was it?
Oh no, though if you think back, have you ever, how many of the old games, like proper old games, have you picked up and tried to play again? They're all kind of hard. You don't realise. Things have gotten a lot easier for gaming now. I mean, I'd always put it down to just controllers and being more responsive, or at least your character being more responsive to the controls that you're trying to use, you know, because think back to the old Resident Evil 1 days, your movements on that, you basically have tank controls.
The Resident Evil 1, the old ones.
Yeah, the old ones.
Yeah, but the thing with the Resident Evil ones is that you had your fixed camera angle.
Uh-huh. There was more to it than that, of course.
Yeah, but
that was just one aspect of many.
Yeah, but I would love to go back to do like a steady camera angle. I mean, can you imagine playing something like the actual first Resident Evil on current gen with current gen graphics, but with a steady camera? I mean, how amazing would that be? I think we did have a remake of the first, well, a remaster of the first one on PlayStation 3, was it? I think it was. I don't know. That was a proper remaster instead of a remake. And I want more of that stuff. I want more like the Insane trilogy, like the Spyro collection, like Dark Souls remastered. Give me proper remasters instead of remakes. Can you imagine a game like Twisted Metal on current gen? I mean, that was fucking brutal. Well, not like brutally hard or anything. It was gory. And I mean, playing that on current gen. Oh yes, please.
How much distraction do you want to put into game developers and publishers though right now, because they're struggling so much to launch a successful IP?
That's the problem, isn't it? They struggle to launch them. Like the last original title that I've played in anyway is Death Stranding. I have still not have finished it, but like I said, in this business it's hard to avoid end game spoilers, and I know how it ends. I think I talked about it on the stream before about the Princess Peach thing.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of videos on it myself, and I'm glad I didn't get it, not because I think it looks shit, but just because it doesn't look like a game I'd like.
It's a wonderful game though. I thoroughly enjoy my time with it. Wait, why did I shelve it? I don't know why I shelved it.
I thought it was really interesting what had actually happened to the world and the thing with the rain and...
Yeah. But it's Konami, well, it's Kojima, so you don't really get a proper answer. But yeah, I mean, it's a great premise, and you can definitely tell it's a Kojima game. But that was like the last original idea that was thrown out there. I mean, it was 2019, so it's still pretty recent. But on how much gold are developers sitting? Like I said, put out the remasters. We've seen what a success Red Dead Redemption 2 has. Why not remaster the first one and a proper remaster? I mean, it's not that old yet. But still. I mean, you can still play it, I think, on PlayStation Now and on the Access, the Game Pass. Is that the word from Xbox? So yeah, I mean, on PC you can definitely get the upgraded graphics mods and stuff like that. Like, put out it like they did with Red Dead Redemption 2, and Rocksteady will have another big hitter sitting next to GTA 5 and Red Dead 2. But
I don't think anything can upstage GTA 5 at the minute for Rockstar. It's that online thing. They've made so much money off that, and that's their bottom line now.
Yeah, but
I hate to say it, but games developers had a much better attitude towards making games when it was really unpopular, because they had to find things that were cool and not just constantly fret over how to maximise the money.
Yeah. I mean, I think Twisted Metal is actually a Rocksteady game, isn't it? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, I have seen it, but I've not seen anything else of it other than just that it was advertised once.
Oh, yeah. You should definitely look at footage. You're gonna love it. Murderous Cloud and stuff like that. But here's the thing, like, with a developer like Rocksteady, I mean, yeah, GTA 5, it's a big thing. Red Dead Redemption 2, it's a big thing. But back in the day, they were developing new shit. I mean, you had Bully, you had Twisted Metal. I mean, yeah, you still had your GTAs, your... Whoa, I'm dead. still had your GTAs, you still had your oh, what the fuck? Where the hell are you?
I took in the trees.
Bloody hell. So you had your GTAs, you had your all of that stuff. And god damn it, Umbrella. You had and all of that stuff. And Rocksteady was not afraid, god damn it, to do something new. I mean, Bully could have massively flopped. Twisted Metal could have massively flopped. But, and I mean, sure, it weren't the best known games, they still aren't. But they definitely had their audience. But
Bully, are you referring to a game called Canis Kana Medic?
Oh, yeah. It's Bully is the more international known term.
I was gonna say, because that was, but you were just basically playing this little skinhead making everyone's life a misery, weren't you?
Well, no, you were sticking up to bullies and stuff like that as well. But it made money, it was fun to play. And somewhere along the line, Rocksteady just found out, right, GTA and Red Dead are the major money makers. We're just gonna continue producing that and fuck all the rest. And I mean, they're sitting on gold. Bring out the next Bully. Bring out Bully 2. Same thing with Valve. Bring out Half-Life 3.
They're never gonna bring out Half-Life 3.
Yeah, they're never gonna bring out Half-Life 3, definitely not. But I mean, I'm just saying, if
It's
they did,
even if they could, even if it were like 3/4 developed, I think by now they shouldn't. And I say this because Duke Nukem, the new Duke Nukem game, it really spooked me about dragging IPs back from the grave.
hang on. Sorry, I got something. As well it should, I mean. But, well, what I really refer to is not dragging things back from the grave, it's giving them a second chance at life. That's a big difference between a remaster and a remake. Like, you know, the first Bully, the first Twisted Metal, the first Xenoblade Chronicles. They were awesome games.
I'm dead again.
Where the hell are you?
Okay.
Yeah, just remake those games. Don't well, remaster them, just not remake them. You know they're hits, you know they work for a lot of people. Just fucking do it.
Is that not going to get a little long in the tooth very quickly, though? If you think about it, we haven't had that many successful new games out.
Well,
Once upon a generation, practically every game was seen really well.
What?
I'm about old enough to remember reading up all the reviews and that in gaming magazines. Yes, actual gaming magazines, not YouTube channels, gaming magazines.
Oh yes, the good days.
And everything was just, the whole attitude and approach was different in almost every regard. The way they went about testing the games, playing the game. The reviewers actually set out to have fun with them, and that's something we don't see anymore.
Well, no, I don't agree there. But the thing.
Right, you tell me how many Kotaku articles you've read where the developers have actually gone out to have fun with the game.
I'm not saying the developers have. I mean, the thing with what's going on now is that a lot of people have the feeling like it's all been done before.
Definitely, that's definitely a contributing thing to it. I've said that myself on previous streams.
Yeah, but they don't want to take the chance of something new, which Kojima did with the Death Stranding one. But you know, that's Kojima. I mean, Kojima is fucking genius.
If you think about it, though, that was the perfect time to go for something new.
I totally agree. But yeah, like I said, they found formulas that work, and they don't want to veer off course too much for fear it's gonna be a flop. Like all the newer developments, all the stuff that is new, that is more edgy, more out there, it's right now coming from the indie community. And
yeah, definitely.
yeah, and I love the indie community for it. I mean, they bring out some wonderful stuff. It's just a matter of like they don't have the budget or the distribution options that the major publishers have. Which yeah, it is a shame.
A lot of the things like Steam Greenlight have helped a lot with that. That's much more recent.
Yeah.
And it's still not putting things that it's still not giving the massive marketing budget that say EA have or Activision. I mean, you're not going to see an indie studio with their own posters hanging up in bus shelters and things like that, are you?
No, and the whole definitely in the PC world these days with stuff like Steam and now with the Epic Store exclusives, you got your own issues there because what the Epic Store is doing is going to indie developers and saying like, okay, we want to market your game, put it in the spotlight, but only if you release exclusively on our store. I mean,
they did that recently with a game I'm playing, Rune Ragnarok, because that was supposed to be coming out on Steam as well as being launched on their own launcher.
Yeah, but the thing is like, they do get more attention than for the games, which you know works. However, the thing that Epic Store is doing as well is putting AAA titles in there as exclusives, and a lot of people are like, yeah, so I got to get Steam, I got to get Origins, I got to get the EA storefront, and now I have to get Epic Store as well. And
you soon end up with more bloody launchers on your PC home screen than you have games.
And that's the issue. A lot of boycotts are happening with those titles with the Epic Store. So the indie developers that sign on with them still don't get the exposure they need.
Yeah, because they end up getting smothered in the shadow of another AAA. It's not entirely a bad method if you think about it. If you're using the presence of AAA exclusive to get more people onto your platform and then highlighting the indie developers, it's certainly an approach.
No, that's the problem. Because of the AAA titles that are exclusives to the Epic Store, a lot of gamers are actually boycotting the Epic Store. They refuse to buy anything off of it.
Yeah, I saw the same thing myself. I'm not entirely sure how widespread that ended up being.
It's pretty widespread, to be honest. A lot of people are actually boycotting it these days. And then you have your issue. I mean, if you boycott that because of the big name titles, you're also gonna boycott the small indie developers.
What are you supposed to do though? You can't. I mean, if they can get AAA titles to release on Epic Store without them being exclusives, then that's about the only thing you could do about the matter. You still need a draw to the page. You still need to get people to come in and take notice. It's really saturated as a market for games launchers right now. You've got the Blizzard one, you've got the fucking Activision one, you got Steam, you've got Epic Games, you've got... practically every MMO you play has its own little launcher.
Mm.
There's like, I can't remember what one of them's called on my PC. It's just a little black square with XP written on it. I can't fucking remember what that is.
No idea.
So many of them. And you get... Not to mention how shite the internal security is on a lot of... Especially the EA one.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me, I've been hacked so many times and I have not had easy passwords. I've taken advice off Stefan, who's studying ethical hacking, over what the most common uses to break passwords are, and how to make your passwords a wee bit stronger against that. And I've done all the things. And I swear the longest I've not had a password broken for is about 3 weeks. And it's all because of internal security. It's just letting everyone get at everything all the time. These are problems I don't have anywhere else.
I can honestly say I've never had a problem with that.
I've had nothing but problems consistently for years. I've changed computers, I've changed passwords, I've changed emails, I've changed everything. About the only thing I haven't done is use a VPN. And again, it's not on all launchers. It's just relegated to 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, if Epic wants to throw a bone to indie developers, then they've got to have some kind of ace up the sleeve to bring as many possible customers in as they possibly can. And what every other platform does, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, everything in the world so far is use exclusives. So I can't strictly blame them for doing that, it's just a case of how far are they going to go with it.
Yeah, if you put out exclusives, I mean, they're mainly from first-party companies. Like, in the case of Sony, you got, what's it called again? You got certain, like the team behind Crash Bandicoot, that's a first-party thing. They basically only make games for Sony. And that's great, but any developer is not like that. They make games to get their name out and to get recognition for the hard work they put in every goddamn day.
Yeah, because a developer is not a publisher and vice versa.
Yeah. And the Epic Store just does not provide the benefits for that.
Well, Steam, you know. Really.
No, but you got more options on Steam, don't you?
Yeah, Steam's been out a much longer time. It's much more popular.
Yeah, but well, let's just look at the stores themselves, like the actual little app you got. On Steam, you got your achievements, your chat, your friends list, the in-game, the in-store reviews of games.
Mm-hmm.
Like all those features are missing from the Epic Store.
Yeah, Epic has fuck all.
Yeah, like definitely towards the indie games. Even if they're up there, like let's say these couple of months between basically mid of May and the end of August, there's not a lot of stuff coming out. It's each year is the same. Between those periods, there's not a lot of stuff coming out. Now, if you then log on to the Epic Store and you see your indie game, and you see an indie game there on the main page, and you're like, oh, hey, I wonder if this is gonna be any good. it would benefit like a lot to this little indie developer that there's actual some reviews there that people are talking about, being like, okay, I've played this game and I love it, or even perhaps positive feedback. Although in gaming community, not a lot of feedback is positive, but still.
No, everyone's got to try and have the ragey take on something.
Yeah, and then that's the thing. Like, why not? I mean, we see this on Steam. Beside all the weird ass dating simulators, even the older indie games, almost all of them has positive scores from medium to is it strong? It's not just good or anything, is it?
It's like overwhelmingly negative to overwhelmingly positive.
Right, that's the one. That's the one. So starting from basically the middle of it to overwhelmingly positive, that's where most indie game developers are on Steam.
Yes, and I believe this is down to the sort of people who play indie games. You find a lot more... I don't know if it's going to piss a lot of people off to say it like this, but honest gamers, you know, people who play games to have fun, not people who play games to be catered to. A whole lot of people who play, for example, Call of Duty, or Destiny, or any of the other big ongoing AAA things, know exactly what sort of game they want to play before it's even released. Whereas people who predominantly play indie games, they don't know what they're gonna get until they're playing it. And it's just a different mindset. They're both doing the same thing, but they both have completely different views of it.
I wonder if there is actually someone who plays like exclusively indie games.
IGP does a lot of indie games on YouTube, but his is usually survival horrors.
Yeah, but here's the thing, you can play a lot of indie games. I mean, I definitely know people who play a lot of indie games, but nobody who plays indie games exclusively. Like, even the people I know that play a lot of indie games will still like your Final Fantasies or your Dark Souls or your Witcher 3s, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't think there's actually I mean, you got your dedicated Call of Duty players, you got your dedicated FIFA players, but I don't think there's really a dedicated... I mean, not that I know of, at least. I mean, it's quite possible that there are, but I don't know anyone who exclusively plays indie games.
We must find these people. I know they must be there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's an indie game coming up, which I think it already should have been released, actually. And I did a video on it on the channel. Like, I think it's one of the first videos I've actually ever done here. Back when I went to EGS Rest last year, up in London, about a little studio called Decoy Games. And they are about to bring out Swim Sanity. And what they did, I mean, you got your online element as well, but they really tried to go for the couch co-op. And something you something you don't see a lot of anymore. But I mean, what some of my best memories are just of sitting at a friend's house with a couple of mates, even back in my 20s and in my 30s, just sitting there and I'm playing like a couch co-op game. I mean, we played Kung Fu Panda on Xbox 360, like, we played it crazy. Lego Indiana Jones. And I played Swim Sanity on EGX Rest, and I absolutely loved it. Like, there was actually, I mean, we are just talking about levels and basically fighting waves of sea creatures, but you got your power-ups, you got your your supercharged abilities, and it's really reminiscent of just playing together on a Friday evening with your friends. Just I don't know, like what did we have back in the day? Yeah.
Nothing really drove home how much I miss being able to just do the couch co-ops when over Christmas when I had Jasmine and Matthew here. Just we tried to get Call of Duty Zombies on. Now I know we're going back into the AAA thing here, but I'm going to use an example because I think it's a good example for what we're talking about now, and the difficulty we had setting up a two-player game on that.
Yeah.
It's possible, it's still possible, but my god, the difficulty we had.
Yeah.
You could tell it just wasn't made for people. It's like, who the fuck plays games with each other in the same room now? No, it's like online's a piece of piss. Trying to do... What happened to the days when you could just plug in, like, just press start on the second gamepad for fuck's sake?
Yeah. PlayStation 1 had 4 slots for controller, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, what was... At what point did that feature get damn near removed?
Yep. Here's the thing though, like, I had a similar experience like a while ago. I think it was somewhere last year, I think beginning of the year, Hitman 2 had just come out. I'm not sure if I've ever did a video about Hitman 2, but might be out there, I'm not sure anymore. And like, me and my mates, we used to play a lot of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and you had your special ops thingies there. Like it was survive waves or objectives and stuff like that. And the two of us, we spent hours on there, just hours and hours, and we were great together. We communicated, we worked as a team, and we just, like, when we did couch co-op back at this place or at my place with a couple of mates, it was always the rule, like when we were doing a deathmatch, me and him, we could never be on the same team because the other team would not get a kill. And so when Hitman 2 was coming out last year, or the year before, was it the year? Anyway, when it was coming out, it was announced that it would have a multiplayer, and what was basically the thing is like one person would have to go into a party. Well, a party like actually in a house, like a house party stuff, not a party like in gaming party, you know. And the other guy would be outside with a sniper rifle, and the guy inside had to point out the targets, mask them in some way, mark them in some way, so that the guy with a sniper rifle could take them out. Now, me and my mate, we were very excited about this because it was just up our alley. Like, my mate was an excellent sniper. He played a lot of Sniper Elite, and he gave him a sniper rifle, and he could just get kills like crazy. So we were looking forward to this, and then I got the game. He was supposed to come around that evening. We were gonna do a live stream, but we couldn't because that feature was an actual online multiplayer. You could not do it offline.
The death of split screen. It happened while you weren't even looking.
Golden Eye on a Nintendo 64.
Oh, the days.
4-player couch co-op. Yeah.
They could make it work on old tech, like really old tech, with no problem at all. Just plug the down controller in and you can go.
Yeah, and that's why I just love Swim Sanity. And I am very looking forward to it because it brings back that feeling. I mean, in GoldenEye you had to work against each other basically. I mean, it was just a free-for-all. but like Swim Sanity really brings back like working together and trying to survive as many waves of the fish. You can also do PvP, but yeah, I mean, it's gonna be awesome. I just know it is. And the guys who bring it out, Decoy Games, great people. Shout out to Decoy Games. Yeah, definitely great people, wonderful, wonderful developers. Just a team of 3 people, and they're on their way to bring back couch co-op, and I'm gonna fucking love it.
A copy of this game so we can display to the world how useless you are and how superior I am.
Now, oh, you better buy it. If you're not, I'm gonna buy 2 copies and gift you one.
No, I'll get it because I'm interested myself to know the developers you got to, the work of the developers that you actually took the time to speak to.
Yeah, that they're. I mean, and then they were like actually the first people I talked to a lot of developers there, but they were actually the first group of people that actually wanted to come on camera and actually talk about their game. I mean, you could just feel their passion, you know. I mean, I talked with these guys off screen and on screen, and yeah, that they're just passionate about what they've done, and they know it works, and it works well. It does what it says on the tin, brings back couch co-op, and it's wonderful. Yeah, I'm gonna link this video as well to them. Yeah, that they're wonderful people. Just want to put it out there.
I think that was a good spot to end the stream and get you off to wait to another stream now, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if YouTube already has like it on waiting, the upcoming event of PlayStation 5. Now, I'm hoping to get perhaps some footage and then discuss this more in detail on a video I might be doing soon, but that's definitely not gonna be tonight, as I've been up since 6 and I'm gonna watch the stream and probably crawl into bed. But yeah, what have you learned from this stream? That I am fucking brilliant. I did it. I did not insult Owen once, so haha. What else did we learn? God of War is an awful game.
You don't know what good games are, that's your problem.
I do. So yeah, no, you know, I might have to give God of War then another try.
Just stick with it, if only to fight the Valkyries.
I might. So anyway, yeah, I did not insult Owen. So I did that. Next stream is gonna be just insult galore. But yeah, other things, always remember, Swim Sanity, people. The moment it comes out, it will feature on the channel. The day it comes out, it will be here. And I will obligate everyone to buy it. Other than that, it's been great. Good job. I didn't film my ancestors. Damn right I didn't. Although I do feel like I betrayed who I am inside. Anyway, keep your eyes peeled on the channel. There's a lot of stuff coming up. I don't want to go into too much detail yet, but there's some stuff in the works. And besides that, we're gonna do another stream on Monday. Yes, right? Yes? Yeah, Monday. It's Thursday today. Great. And in the meantime, it's goodbye from me.
And good night from me.
And that's us fucking off.